Hello and welcome to ILG LTL2 Pro League. This is the second pro match of the evening. It's between NoxGaming versus RuthlessGaming, and we're into the pick and ban phase. I'm joined tonight by my co-casters Aurora and Tons of Damage. What's up, guys?
Hey, Gagan. Hey, tell me about these picks and bans. So far, only the bans have come up. Aurora, tell me about these bans and who are they aimed against?
I think the first ban basically was LeBlanc. That is definitely aimed against their mid laner, that is Kaka. And as well as the Thresh is aimed against Cranko, their support, and Nar for Fufu Cutie. And I'm not sure about the blue team because I haven't seen them play much. Maybe you'll be knowing about them?
I'm not too familiar with Team Nox myself, but what I do know is that both these teams are the number one teams in their respective regions. Team Nox is the number one team in Bangladesh, whereas Team Ruthless is currently the highest ranking team in India. So basically this is the clash of the titans happening right here, guys. So this should be it's like a real big cricket match between like India and Pakistan going on right now. Just that it's not
It's between India and Bangladesh, basically.
yeah, basically. But India and Bangladesh is not as popular as a India-Pakistan match, but in LOL, India-Bangladesh is equivalent to India-Pakistan cricket match. At least comparing these both teams, don't you think?
I hear you. So we're definitely seeing that strong Sejuani pick by Versatile Forest. He plays a lot of Sejuani. He's climbed to Challenger by playing Y Sejuani, so he's very comfortable with that pick. And we see for Ruthless Gaming, we see the Lissandra and Morgana. Now Lissandra, we know that Kaka is really strong with Lissandra. His ability to initiate team fights with her and cause that disruption inside team fights with his ultimate, with his hourglass, just wasting so much time, allowing Brutality and Fufu Cutie to deal out a lot of damage in the team fight by buying them that time with those itemization and ultimate skill set. And we see Cranko and Morgana with that support play, that Black Shield, which is really a good countermeasure to any initiation that the blue team has to dish out. So a Black Shield on, say, Brutality or Lissandra will help peel off, will help like Morgana peel off that Sejuani out and let them have some room and ability to move around in those team fights. So what do you guys think about the Kate and the Jana pick?
I'll let Aurora take over the bot lane because she mains support and she knows a lot about the bot lane. Tell us about this both these bot lanes coming in, Slavia.
Yeah, but I think because Jana counters Morgana in bot lane, I think the Caitlyn first was picked because it was a second pick so that no one can actually counter Caitlyn. And now, as you can see, that Brutality has picked Kog'Maw, is just hovering over her, going Jinx. That's not yet confirmed.
Yeah, go on.
Alright.
It looks like Keegan has disconnected, so...
Yeah, it's disconnected.
Can you reconnect, Keegan?
Yep. So Brutality has locked Jinx. Jinx and Morgana pairing is pretty OP in bot lane because Jinx has range if her Q is on and she'll deal more damage than Caitlyn at a certain level. Plus the spell shield is really OP. Even if Jana tries to slow her or Q her away, the spell shield will basically absorb everything and still go on engaging on Caitlyn. But whereas Caitlyn, like in the starting phase, Caitlyn can outpoke a Jinx. Like her range is the highest in the complete of all the AD carries. So she can just keep poking her with her range and harass her. Basically, Caitlyn is a lane bully, so that is actually there. Plus the Jinx shield gives her more AD, so she can basically keep auto-attacking Jinx. But it even depends on the CS. They should CS equally as well. Because if she keeps poking her and she's not able to CS as well and not getting a kill, that'll be quite an issue. So it's actually a balanced lane. Jinx, like, whereas Janna counters. Janna counters Morgana, and Jinx and Caitlyn both are equal lane. So quite of an interesting lane right there.
I agree. I definitely agree with you because the way it works is if Morgana and Jinx are able to lock down that lane, they do a ton of damage. But the utility that Janna brings with the ultimate to be able to disengage team fights and that crucial lockdown by Morgana,
yes,
it's such a safe pick for the blue side because the Caitlyn, Janna, they can just outpoke and farm comfortably and safely in that lane.
So you can see they have picked 2 cleanse. I think the summoners quite interesting. There is Caitlyn with a flash and a cleanse. That's called cleanse, right? Yeah, that's cleanse. Yeah. And even Azir with a cleanse and a flash. I think it's targeted to Lissandra's ultimate.
Actually, the Lissandra's ultimate, as far as I know, cannot be cleanse. It can be Q assist, but cleanse does nothing to Lissandra's ultimate.
I think no, wait. The cleanse works in such a way that the damage dealt by Lissandra will be there, but they can escape her ultimate a bit sooner. Like they won't be frozen over there for longer time period. I think as soon as she ulties, the damage will be dealt, but they can cleanse out of that. Like move away from ultimate before everybody engages.
I'm pretty sure it'll be stunned as well. It's
because I've seen people using cleanse against Lissandra's ultimate.
And I think in all those occasions they are wrong. There's a slight chance I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Lissandra's ult is non-principle. But nonetheless, I do feel that
cleanse is taken. Cleanse in such a, I mean, if they don't know exactly, like they're in pro league, and if they make such summoner mistakes, that'll be quite an issue, right? If it doesn't work.
To my knowledge, it can be cleansed, but I'm not too sure. I have seen it being cleansed before in pro matches on stream. But
the damage is taken, just that they can escape a bit sooner.
The damage is taken, definitely. So we see cleanse being run on Azir and Caitlyn, and we see a lot of CC and lockdown coming in from the red team. But we see a lot of disengage, a lot of peel coming in from the blue team. Like Azir, Janna, that's the best disengage you can get in this game. Like they have such strong disengage, those 2 champions. So, and with Caitlyn's range and Sion and Sedge being able to be like a formidable frontline and tanky frontline, that Caitlyn can definitely do a lot of damage.
Keep poking. Yep. That's the thing. Sion is like a very tanky champion. Like damn tanky. Even Sejuani, like these 4 champions are like damn tanky. Very tanky. Even if they build a bit AP, like if Sejuani builds a bit more AP and she goes for the red jungle item, she'll do a lot of damage. I've seen that. This is scary. I dislike Sejuani because her ultimate, basically, if it hits all the 4 people over there, it's just gonna combo all. Like it's gonna be very hard, basically. And with the Janna disengage, even if Morgana comes in and tries to ulti, and Lissandra comes in and tries to ulti, she'll just ult them all away. It's gonna be quite a tricky there if she actually ults at the right time.
Definitely. So I think the blue team, what they need to do is they need to rely on peeling for that Caitlyn Azir, because if they fall behind, the blue team is definitely gonna lack in damage in the mid game to the late game. Whereas we do see that Zabardast, he does get tanky on Y, but he does deal a lot of damage as well. And we have there's Lissandra and there's Jinx dealing out damage for that team. So whereas Sejuani, she does do damage, but she's more tanky jungler. So there's more utility presence to her jungle than there is to Y's pure damage stun-based jungle type. So we are into the champion screen, and we see, let's see who wins the skin battle.
Well, nobody likes skins as much as
a certain somebody does.
Right here, that is Aurora. She's a skin crazed person. She pretty much collects most of the beautiful skins, especially if it's as cute
Even
as
Brutality,
DJ
right?
Sono or
Even
something.
Brutality has all the wicked skins right there. Like his
I
collection, I once asked him, what can I gift you? He said, don't try, I got all the skins. I'm like, okay,
I know Brutality
that's
has
cool.
like every AD carry skin there is, like if not every, most of them. But I do know like as far as skins go in India, Samir Waz is like up there, and
Yeah.
definitely Aurora is like not far behind, if not even with him. So you know, definitely a lot of fans of skins, and we do
Yep.
see a lot of high yellow players in this game. Like we see on both teams. In Nox, we have like a challenger. Although he has a master tier border, he did reach challenger after the season ended in season 4. That's Warslaw Forest, and we have a challenger on Brutality on the Ruthless Gaming team as well, who was challenger last season. So
Yep.
definitely a lot of high yellow players.
I want to ask, what do you think about the mid lane matchup, Azir and Lysandra? What do you think would win? Like, how is it not? How is it like? How does it work, basically?
I like Tons of Damage take this question because I've seen him play Lysandra before, and I'm pretty sure he'll know exactly what the weaknesses and strengths of that champion are.
Yeah, indeed. Lissandra is a pretty good champion solely due to the fact that she has pretty much no weaknesses. Uh, she has a very good escape. She has a lot of CC to set up gangs. She's basically a very strong champion overall. But something kid stops her from just being too broken as well. It's just that she is squishy. She has to like go right in the middle of team fight and take all the risks. She has to time her out and little things like that. But as for the
Okay,
lane
we can
matchup
actually see
against,
your invade coming up.
And like
Step
Caitlyn
on the trap.
catching Maokai out there and totally negating that level 1 invade. They did get caught out by that ward and try brush though.
Yep.
So the good luck have fun's being called out, and Kaka with the ooze coming out. That's his new signature move after Crazy.
Crazy.
oh well. Yeah,
So
in the top we actually see two of the tankiest champions in the entire game facing each other. So after a couple of levels, we will pretty much be seeing nothing at top, no action at top. Despite jungle gangs, I don't think both the tanks should be able to kill each other because they just be so tanky with pretty much null damage. Most of the action is going to be here in the mid lane and the bot lane. The mid lane will pretty much be a farm fest until either of the junglers show up. Bot lane will have a lot of action to go over with because you do see the high high damage poke lane from team low yellow Nox as opposed to a more passive early as in they're going to be Jinx Morgana's comparatively going to be passive until they have a gang coming in from Zabardast.
yeah, and definitely the gangs will be strong from a Jinx Morgana because of the lockdown they have, like that bind plus the chompers, plus
Yep.
the Zabardast Q. I mean the YQ. That's like a lot of CC coming in. So a good secure gang over there. But as far as the lane presence and pressure should go, I think they would play relatively safe unless Cranko lands a bind with his Morgana.
Yeah. Ruthless Gaming's bot lane with Morgana and Jinx have much more higher kill potential as opposed to Caitlyn Janna, but it all depends if Caitlyn Janna could outpoke them effectively because they should be able to do that. If they succeed in it, then I do see that the Nox bot laners will come out on top.
The thing is that I think during a team fight, Jinx is more useful than Caitlyn. Because all Caitlyn can do is just auto attack from a distance and Q. And the plus point about Jinx is she has a universal ultimate that'll go like anywhere in the map. Quite useful for a team fight as well.
Indeed, that is a very valid point, Slavia. You gotta give it to the Jinx being a better team fighter,
Team fight.
and yeah, the Jinx has a better mid game compared to a Caitlyn. Caitlyn is actually one of the strongest ADCs in the very late stages of the game, where she's pretty
Yep.
much 5 to 6 items. But until that point in the mid game, the Jinx should, the Jinx as well scales equally good. So I mean, all the advantage that the Caitlyn is really going to be having right now is a range and poke in the lane. But yeah, the one positive aspect of the Caitlyn as opposed to the Jinx is she has a reliable escape throughout as opposed to the Jinx.
Definitely, that escape is going to come in handy against that while Lissandra or Maokai engage. We see a gang coming in at mid lane, the Q landing and the flash being used by Azir.
And the tons of damage dealt on Azir. That actually took off half of his HP.
Whereas we see a gang coming in the bot lane from Mercilord Forest.
So
But he just DC'd. A pause being played out.
Oh, he's right there. My god.
You probably need better specs, Slavia.
No, because the thing froze over there. I'm like, wait, I can't see Warslord Forest on the map. And then I'm like, oh, he's right there.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to miss that big ass Sejuani. Yeah, but
She is the Nicki Minaj of League of
pretty
Legends.
much all of them.
Oh my god. Nicki Minaj on League of
Wow.
Legends.
Okay,
Anaconda.
Okay, let's keep the stream a little U-rated, as we shouldn't be giving away a lot of information to kids. But I'm sure most of the people here who are watching the stream are 18 plus, so we are comparatively
I know you
safe,
want to
but-
laugh, Todd. Laugh it out, dude.
Kids, Todd says not to listen to Nicki Minaj. She's bad music. Don't listen.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Especially
Ad.
the video named Anaconda. Do not go check it out. Yeah, coming back to League of Legends. Aurora, you play a fair bit of mid yourself after support. What do you think
Yeah.
about these mid laners? Tell me about more than the champions, these players. Do you have any idea about these Bangladesh top yellow players?
I think I just
Amberon.
know Lizard. I've just played with Lizard and Warslord Forest. And I think I've even played with Azinot, I'm not sure. No, I've not played with him. No, I've not played with him. I think Fidelity. Is Fidelity Indian?
I'm
I
not
have
sure.
no idea.
But
Yeah,
I do know
because-
that the Azir player, he plays, he is a mid laner. He's played mid lanes with like Forbidden, Requiem a lot and stuff, and on his team and stuff. So he is an
Yeah.
experienced mid laner, and I've seen him play Oriana and stuff, and he's played that to like pretty high standard and a good potential, and really maximizing the utilities of those heroes and the skill set. So I've not seen a lot of Azir, if any, in this tournament. So I'm really excited to see how an Azir will be played to his max potential in a pro league match, and especially versus like one of the top teams, that is Ruthless Gaming. So definitely Kaka, one of the top mid laners. So it's not going to be an easy time. Let's hope that Azir pick works out, and I really want to see him make plays with that Azir.
Did you
Indeed.
see the Ruthless had actually focused all the bans on the mid laner? They banned out Ahri, they banned out Cassiopeia. Like every single ban was focused to the mid laner. That is
Yeah,
the person playing
I
Azir.
said, I've played versus their mid laner, that's Nox's mid laner, even back in my Oblique Gaming days, and he definitely gave me like a hard time. He is an experienced veteran mid laner, and he is a good player. So definitely they wanted to focus bans out on him, because he's known to pick a few select heroes for his champion pool that are really strong. Speaking about the Jinx ult, yeah, it is a really useful ult. It is universal, like he can fire it from India to Bangladesh and it'll hit like It's that kind of ult, so definitely way more useful than the Caitlyn ult in this game.
Yep.
I want to see how it works out that Jinx.
He's gonna utilize it. They got the
Meanwhile,
first dragon.
Oh,
Zabardast
really
sneaking an
sneaky
early
job.
dragon. So this is the plus point of playing a jungler like Y of Fizz. Any jungler that scales really well with attack speed, you can easily solo a dragon like a level 3, level 4. And all you need to do is secure vision.
Nox Gaming did have vision near the Baron area. The ward just wore off. I'm not sure if they just missed by coming in.
He
But nonetheless,
recalled, right? He recalled. They
Alright,
saw him
maybe just-
recalling, I think. He recalled. That's when he started the dragon.
Alright. Getting back to standard lanes and no ganks. We are still at minute 6 minutes. We are seeing a score of 0-0. And farm is pretty even, pretty much in every lane. Top lane is bang. Top lane is slightly going in favor of the Sion as expected, as I do believe Sion has a very strong early game. He is mana hungry in the early game, but nonetheless, I do feel that Sion is quite a very strong laner and hardly loses any of his matchups. I've recently played a couple of games on Sion, and I believe he's pretty much one of the strongest mid laners, at least the current patch. Despite in 5.6 he did get a slight nerf, but it's still not saying much. He's still very, very strong.
And at
The
the top
best
lane,
part
you
is
mean,
that
right?
yeah. Wow.
Just like go on.
Do you think the Jinx should have flashed right there?
I
With the spell
missed what
shield on.
exactly happened at the bot lane.
That was a
the-
gank.
Yeah,
versus
basically
one.
Sejuani tried to gank with slamming. I don't know what that ability is called, but Morgana had shielded Jinx. Alright? He didn't actually come. As soon as he slammed, Morgana did shield, but before it even hit him, he flashed away. I think the shield would have negated his damage, right?
I guess it's the reaction timing. Or maybe he did not
Yeah.
expect the shield, so yeah.
Yep, he didn't
Stuff like
expect
that
the shield.
happens, I guess.
That's
Communication gap.
That's one of the advantages of being too pro and having godlike reflexes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would have had his flash then in the future. Well, we can see that Maokai is pretty much zoning out the sign.
You gotta.
And doing
is
a lot of
actually going
damage.
aggressive. Aznath will be forced to back, but he does realize that the Maokai is 0-1 mana. He has used all of his crystalline flasks.
Actually,
But-
Maokai's plus point is even without mana, he can actually deal a lot of damage because his passive gives him extra health, right? Anytime he auto attacks.
That's a good job by Lord Forest though, coming in to hold that lane for Sion so that he doesn't miss like on that CS, and at least Lord can like soak that XP up in lane. As
A
compared to
lot
that
of
CS
damage
tank
coming
comparison.
from Azir though. A lot of damage.
9
9-7.
surprising to me is that not ban Team Ruthless out, man. Fufucutie has a pretty large champion pool. Zabardast is yet again led to have his most favorite champion ever, which the champion Y, which has been spamming since when he started off League of Legends as a silver player. He's currently in Diamond playing that champion. That's his godlike top tier comfort pick. So they did let him to have that brutality play. It's impossible to target brutality because he pretty much plays every ADC in this game as far as I him. He
He's
played
gonna
a green.
ult him.
Kate flash.
Oh, he
out.
dodges it! That was amazing.
That was a good flash indeed. That would have actually sealed the deal for the Zings. That actually shows a difference where if Caitlyn and Jinx actually exchange auto attacks, it should come out in favor of brutality, because the Caitlyn has to utilize the range and play it safe, and also the fact
No,
that
it was basically
Caitlyn,
because Morgana landed a bind on her, plus the soil, plus she ate the zapper, and 2 auto attacks. That's what happened exactly. That was a tons of damage that was on her, dealt by on her. That was like too much. She ate every single skill shot that was thrown at her. Would have dodged at least one of them, maybe.
She did dodge the most important one though in the end, and that helped her secure her life.
The ultimate.
But another plus point that Team Ruthless has in this bot lane over Team Nox Gaming is that Caitlyn is running a cleanse as opposed to a summoner heal. So combat statistics in a head-on 1v1 battle will go in favor of brutality. Whereas Caitlyn is actually able to poke brutality out enough in a head-on battle where these both AD carries, considering they dodge each other's skill shots, Jinx will actually come out ahead. So yeah, the Caitlyn has to play it safe, use her range, and farm as much as she can.
I'd like to comment though, like on the ward placement by Nox. It's just been 10 minutes into the game, and like the entire river on the top and the bot has been like lit up by wards. Like it's pretty amazing how much these pro players ward and how secure they are able to keep their jungle and their buffs from enemy counters.
But Fufu Kitty has just one ward up in the top lane in the Triad Rush. River ganks or a lane gank will be unseen, and he might trouble. Oh, he does have a tiny ward sitting in the brush right across the river, but yeah. But I do believe that the Nox Gaming has better vision control compared to Ruthless at this moment of time.
We see both the junglers now towards the bot area. Versatile is just going to secure his red, and I'm pretty sure he's going to head bot. And we see Zabardast going in. That is first blood definitely, and it's going to be another kill. A good gank on that Caitlyn, knowing she doesn't have flash. Franco playing aggressive, flashing in, using his ultimate, and then secured by the Y follow-up.
Meanwhile, action happening in the mid lane as well. As Lissandra is forced to flash, she will claw away and she will be out to safety. But that's another 5 minutes for Kakat before he could go really aggressive. So you could count Worslol Forest that he will be ganking that mid lane. So yeah, Aurora, you've been awfully silent for the last couple of minutes. Hopefully we haven't been cutting you up. Tell me what's been going on and what will be the next target of focus for both the teams. Aurora, hello. Alright, looks like she's a so meanwhile, getting on to the game, looks like standard lanes in top lane again is pretty much just tank on tank battle, 72 to 82 CS, as Jan is down on a couple of CS, but he will pick up that wave, which is just
yeah, another pause coming in, and it's definitely a stalemate at top lane. As we see near the dragon area, we see a lot of wards being placed down and a lot of small skirmishes, if not just harass being thrown out by both teams to contest on these wards to get proper vision control over this dragon area. Ruthless Gaming definitely want to secure the second dragon, but are they going to be confident enough to go for it with Nox just creeping around the wall over there, waiting for them to make the first move?
Looking at Maokai moving downward on the map in the brush, he's looking forward to using his teleport to the dragon to avoid any fights that Team Nox Gaming might be throwing at them. But not to worry that Azanoth on that Sion has a teleport as well. He could follow up on the Maokai. But seeing Nox Gaming, the entire Nox Gaming Sejuani, Janna, and the Caitlyn moving to the Dragon, you know that the first biggest team fight of the game is about to erupt in this next minute. As we see a couple of disconnects and reconnects. Hopefully, and I think they will be back without any troubles. They do have a 10-minute pause time. Hopefully,
Indeed.
and I don't believe that there will be any disconnects as we've seen in the past couple of games. So yeah, take it over, Kevin.
Indeed, like the like there's like the pause being a double-edged sword. So basically, when it's so intense, like the moments building up to this amazing dragon fight. Oh, and we see a bind caught out the Janna over there, and a flash grip coming in from that Maokai. That was amazing. The reaction speed of Fuku Fury, securing that kill, which also secures the second dragon for Ruthless Gaming. So a good bind coming in from that Morgana, catching the Janna out.
Hey, Kranko's master on skill shot champions, man. Plays a great Thresh. You ban out the Thresh, he's just gonna go ahead and pick up that Morgana. So yeah, from time and time again, he's proved as one of the best skill shot supports here in India. That helped them win the team fight, pick up one kill plus the dragon. But Sion is gonna try and pick up the top turret in exchange. But him just being a full-on tank and he has 0 damage, he just manages to put half of the damage onto the top tower. That top tower is not going down anytime soon. Meanwhile, Fatality at bot gets binded and will be away, but yeah, she's pretty much taken out of the
still
fight.
has a ult, so anything that lands like a bind or a zap that lands on Caitlyn.
Indeed, the passive of the Jinx.
Oh, that Jinx playing so aggressive, and the Chompa's coming out. This is going to be a double kill for Jinx. Well played there by Fatality.
Indeed, he just made it look so easy. That's again,
It was like
proving to us-
poetry in motion.
Indeed, a flash from Azir, but that will still mean that the Azir will go down. A good gank coming from Zabardast on that Vi. You cannot escape a Vi plus Lissandra in the mid lane. I gotta give it to Numberon. Is it? I'm not sure if I mispronounced your name. So I'm sorry if I did.
We just
so
call him
yeah.
Azir for now.
Yeah, right. He did pick up the cleanse. I'm not sure if that cleanse actually came in right there. But yeah, but when you have 3 stuns following up back to back, you're pretty much dead anyway.
Yeah. He tried his best to get away from that sticky situation, but he
was
wasn't slippery
under the
enough.
turret. Yeah. Azir is slippery with that ult plus his E, which actually certain people just use it to insect certain people into the team.
Yeah, we've seen
But
a couple
no,
of pro insects. Looking forward to seeing some in this game too, as well. The build up for this game, like every find, every fight, every skill shot, it's so intense. The game is actually really action packed and exciting. Although Nox is slightly behind at the moment, they're still putting on a good show, and they're still definitely still in this game. They're not too far behind, and they have champions that scale well. So, looking forward to see how they come back.
Both teams have champions that scale really well late game. The Azir, Sion, Janna, along with the Caitlyn and Sejuani as opposed to Jinx, Maokai, Lissandra. So yeah, it's pretty much. We'll have to see who outplays who. Kaka being forced to flash out. Azir has no flash and he will go down to Zabardast's Q. Zabardast didn't even have to use his ult. He didn't have an ult at that place, I guess. But nonetheless, it looks like total domination from every lane coming from Ruthless at this point of time. As
Definitely.
Fufu Cutie. Yes, go on.
And I really appreciate the fact that Kranko comes mid, like he roams mid, he makes a conscious effort to move mid and help Kaka out and get those secure ganks with his amazing binds on Warslaw all over there and Azir securing that kill for
Beautiful bind,
Ruthless.
beautiful bind. onto the Janna.
Oh,
Will she live?
That Janna
ult
ult
and-
saving her.
Indeed, and Sion was about to teleport, which was just cancelled by Maokai just rooting him up under the turret. He took a lot of turret damage in return. Will the Sion actually try to punish Maokai for making him waste his teleport? Is yet to be seen, as Azir just spawned his turret, and that will result in a shutdown for the Azir as he picks up the challenger brutality. The first kill coming onto the Nox Gaming team as the Azir number on picks up that kill, and this could be a kill onto Kaka as well in the mid lane. He's going aggressive. I'm not sure if that's the right call to make. As a beautiful binding yet again lands onto Fatality. I'm not sure Fatality is in this game after he just got binded all game by Kranko. He's probably just grumbling at this point that he's not focusing on all those skill shots thrown at him.
Definitely, he's been eating a lot of Kranko's binds, but Kranko being caught out there. A good catch by Azir and Verslol first, but a bind coming out again on Verslol and securing that kill for Zabardast. Zabardast creeping out there.
Manages to survive for now, but that's another kill picked up for the Azir. So it looks like Nox Gaming has a little of advantage, at least in the mid lane as of now. They'll need to protect the Azir as much as possible and see if the Azir can actually be a threat in these fights as opposed to Lissandra. If Team Nox Gaming actually steps apart and make sure that they do not get AoE ulted by the Lissandra, the Azir can actually guide Team Ruthless Gaming effectively and probably come off ahead in the fights despite being a lot of gold down.
Definitely, and now we're going to see the third dragon being going after by Ruthless Gaming. This looks like it's the third dragon secured, as we see no counter by Nox on this dragon.
Total control at this point of time by your 9,000 gold lead at this.
Definitely,
I'm sorry,
and
it's 7,000. My math is really bad. Kranko gets a little caught out, takes a lot of auto attack damage from the Caitlyn, but that's all a bait. That's all a bait. Has another binding, hits the face of Lizard on the Janna, and he will go
what
down as
I
well.
like about what Ruthless Gaming is doing right now is they are utilizing their lead and playing so aggressive. Like we saw Brutality, he soloed that red buff in the face of Nox Gaming. Like Nox Gaming did have a vision of him taking it, but they couldn't do anything. Like, so it's just that aggressive play is really paying off for them at the moment.
It's showing they're just pressurized at the moment. They are scared to even come out to try and pick a fight. They do not want to pick out these skirmishes, especially outside the turrets. So Ruthless Gaming is pretty much taking advantage of the entirety of Nox Gaming's jungle. They are putting out, as you can see, a lot of deep wards near the red buff area. They have complete control. Anybody who steps inside the jungle of if Nox Gaming leaves the turrets and comes to farm the jungle, they are likely to be punished, especially by a catch comp thanks to the Morgana and the Lissandra.
Definitely, and Caitlyn just trying to secure that little extra gold for her Infinity Edge, and Janna helping the Caitlyn by clearing out a few wards.
Yeah, but Keegan, isn't it funny to watch these two tanks in the top lane go at each other? Look at that! Look at the damage dealt by each other onto each other. Pretty much next to nothing. But Fufukiri is coming out slightly ahead in the trades. He will be able to take down the Sion in a matter of years, I presume.
Yeah, it's like an intense tickle battle on top. They're just tickling each other.
Indeed, it'll take a couple of years for the Maokai to actually kill the Sion. As I'm not sure why Fufukiri is actually trading blows with the Sion when he has his shield up. That's actually resulting in an even trade, but nonetheless, Sion is just farming up. What I am, disappointed to see is that the Sion can actually make better plays as opposed to a Maokai. As a team fight erupts, Jinx, the Fed Brutality, gets caught. He'll be taken down by Worst Lol Forest, and that'll be a death on Kranko's part as well, as Lissandra and Vi are moving in late. All the members of Team Nox Gaming are very low on health, but they are under the turret and they will manage to escape. Or a flash.
So that's going in with a flash Q, securing that kill on the Caitlyn. I'm not sure what she was thinking by keeping so close to the action over there. And recalling so close.
Yeah, recalling right in front of their face is disrespect or just miscalculation at that point.
Not expecting the wire to actually flash Q in.
Indeed.
But I will give credit to this Azir player. He is definitely still holding Nox Gaming in this game at the moment. Not letting their pace fall because of this Azir pick. He is the only damage they have. But he has got caught out now.
Yep, he will go down before he could even ult, but he didn't have an ult at that specific period of time. But nonetheless, I don't think even if he had it, it would have helped him, because he was taken from 100 to 0 the entire time when he was stunned. As yet again we see both these tanks going at each other.
They're even talking. They're like, I quit top now and stuff. They're so fed up that they can't kill each other. It's just
indeed the directed camera tends to keep going top as well, because these people are actually in action, but that action is pretty much next to nothing, man. It's not nobody's going to die in that top lane. As Kranko pretty much gets caught again, but that spell shield will help him out a little bit. Caitlyn still has her ultimate, but she does not have the follow-up damage to get the kill onto Kranko.
We see Brutality playing so aggressive at the moment.
Indeed, why not? He's so much ahead in this game right now.
4-2 with completed Infinity Edge and Yomus.
Yeah, that's a complete item ahead of the Caitlyn, who is sitting on 0-5-1 as a little bit of taunt comes out of Kaka on that Lissandra. That will actually mean a second tier inner turret for mid turret for Team Ruthless Gaming, as Team Ruthless Gaming are actually pinging toward the top first tier turret as
Is this going to be...
Fufukiri is just bored the top lane, man. He's calling out his team for help. Okay guys, you guys are fed. I cannot take this guy being building hard tank myself. I need your help to come and kill this son of a gun. So that's exactly what Kaka is doing, as an ultimate goes onto the Sion. Sion is his ultimate, but he has nowhere to go as his ultimate just gets blocked by Morgana. That will be a dead Sion. And Sion's passive does pop up. He will try to go on to the Kranko, but Kranko just recalls right in front of his face. But will this be a miscalculation, as Dragon is coming up in the next 20 seconds and all the members of Team Ruthless Gaming are seen at the top of the map, as Vi is actually going aggressive onto Fatality. Vi has no ultimate at this point, so Fatality is somewhat safe. He's trying to go aggressive again on Caitlyn, but Caitlyn will just
Is Caitlyn going to get caught out? Oh, the Sejuani blocking that out by Jinx. That was so close.
Indeed.
But is this going to be a risky play by Nox? They thought that they'd get the Dragon off that, but they've lost 2 turrets aside.
Indeed.
And now maybe eventually Dragon as well.
Indeed, Zabardast was caught in between 4 people and he still managed to survive all of that. Team Nox Gaming did not want to burn all the resources onto the Vi. At this point, I would say any kill that you get, just take it. But nonetheless, Nox Gaming wanted to save most of their ultimates and not burn it on a tanky Vi who has a Randuin's and X at the moment.
So we see like a 22.4k goal lead for Ruthless Gaming. Oh yeah, 12.4, sorry.
24k is pretty much, long ago. This is still probably game over, but then if Team Ruthless Gaming actually manages to screw up that badly, Team Nox's Gaming could actually take a win. But Kaka coming in from behind completely deletes the Janna, but nope, he used his ultimate on Janna, which means he had no escape right there. I'm not sure what he was thinking. That was just a cocky play from Kaka. He did pay the price for it. Team Ruthless Gaming seeming ruthless at the moment, as they want to fight a 3v3 3 at this point of time, as Kranko is just taunting the Sion, or will the joke actually be on the Sion himself?
And definitely, like, Ruthless lack damage at the moment. They have no damage output to
Indeed,
follow
that's
up
a
on this
tanky
EC.
Sion, tanky Sejuani. They did have the Azir, but he was half HP. He didn't want to go stick his face out in front of the Morgana, who's binding, who's been consistently landing all his bindings back to back.
Are they going to Baron off this? That's interesting. Yes,
Indeed,
they are. They're starting Baron.
They are
They
just
have
so
good
far ahead
vision
at this
control
point.
over it.
Even if they lose at this Baron fight, they will still maintain a large gold lead. So they just want to go ahead and take this Baron. Kaka will join up last, and that will actually be a free Baron. Team Nox Gaming is not even going to contest for it. They actually
have no
see
clue.
moving up, but Baron is already done, guys. As Maokai activates his Righteous Glory, going aggressive onto the tanky Sion, but the tanky Sion is, as I just said, very tanky.
Caitlyn
He's not taking
almost
any
dying,
damage.
getting caught out by the Lissandra. Lissandra used out on Caitlyn. Caitlyn surviving with 100 HP. That's it.
Indeed. Kranko is taken pretty low as well. So, and Morgana has TP 2 base. So right now they could actually try and fight a 4v5 battle despite them having a Baron buff. Let's see if they decide to fight this out, as Zabardast seems to have been caught up a little. He will try to queue over the wall. He gets stunned out by Sejuani's ultimate, but thanks to the nerf coming in on the Sejuani on this patch 5.6, he doesn't land the ultimate right on the target. He will just be slowed down by 30% as opposed to a 90% in the previous patch. So yeah, but nonetheless, Zabardast is still going on to the Dragon. This will be a contested team fight, as Kaka and Maokai are seen in the top lane, as a teleport comes out from the Maokai. Kaka is still seen pushing top onto the inhibitor.
The Science running all the way behind.
This
And we
looks like
just
GG,
see,
guys.
yeah, we just see this individual skill play by every team on Ruthless Gaming at the moment. They have individual skill on all these champions. They're maximizing all the potential of all these champions. But we do see that team play coming out from them as well. Like, they're so coordinated as a team at the moment, whereas Nox Gaming are not really playing as coordinated as they could have been.
Indeed. We did expect a really high profile match, but they probably just crumbled after the initial dominance put over by Team Ruthless Gaming.
Definitely.
They just gave in to
not
the
only
pressure.
did the early game kills that resulted in Ruthless Gaming at a lead put Nox Gaming in kind of like a slump, but there is some amount of frustration that gets added to, like, you know, constant disconnections and stuff as well. So definitely the psychological mindset of Nox Gaming isn't as fit for team play during this game as it should have been, as they should have been making these plays as a team.
Janna gets insta-deleted by Kaka with that ultimate, as Kaka just laughs over it, Versatile over LOL for his face. But Sion will land his ultimate on Kaka, and that will be a dead Kaka. What are you laughing at, Kaka? Says the Sion. That will be a dead Kaka nonetheless. But Brutality wants to take revenge on Team Nox, as Azir is dishing out a lot of damage, but taking more than he actually dishes out. And that'll be a flash. Nice try. He still has his passive up. Brutality, you don't have much run. You still have your passive up, and the Chompers actually manages to help him stay alive, as Vi just uses ultimate onto the Caitlyn, cleaning him up. So 7-23. Nexus turrets still remain. 2 inhibitor turrets are already down, as we see super minions running all across Team Nox's base, as you see taunts coming out of Versatile Forest as well.
I guess at this point, Nox Gaming is just
GG.
having fun with the game. They realize it's GG well played,
Yeah.
and they're being sportsmen and just having fun with Ruthless Gaming at the moment. This is why I like the ILG tournament so much, is because they let teams from two different countries, participate and have such friendly competitive matches. But at the end of the day, all these guys have been friends and they all know each other. They all climb the ELO ladder together and stuff. So it's always going to be fair, competitive, and fun games. And we have a fun game right now.
Look at Kaka wants his KDA to be boosted as he goes in aggressive, gets taken out a lot of health points. An ultimate onto Kranko will take down Kranko a little low, but despite all that, that'll be all 5 members of Team Ruthless Gaming staying alive as Kaka was about to go down, but Team Ruthless Gaming finish off the Nexus before Kaka will go down. So well played, Ruthless Gaming. A very well-deserved victory over Team Nox.